tiana iloge mitu ya dabrais, na hii tabia mbaya lazima ikome hapa Kericho. Hatuwezi kubali hiyo tabia, na mimi kama gavana wenyu sitakubali tena hii maneno yenu.
Guys, what is happening with the Kenya Kwanza government? That was William Ruto in an event where he went to commission Kapsusa Sosiot Road in Kericho. And as usual, the governor was there as the host leader. But there is a disconnect because, like in many other occasions, this governor was heckled with passion. People don't want to see him, they don't want to hear his voice. And to make it worse, listen to the arrogance from the governor as he says, mimi kama governor yenyu hii tabia sitakubali. Take a look at exactly what happened.
Asante sana rais. Hapa Belgut tuko na shida ya hapa market, na mimi najua shida ya hapa, na tunashukuru kwa hili hapa hivi, na sisi kama county tumetengeneza hapa cabrons na tutamaliza hiyo cabrons for excellency. Tunataka tuseme asante sana. Ogas matigo waj. Agla lagu bakanak. Lakini kimiro ngalega maendeleo. Ako maguwekse ilet, amaguwekse ilubas. Matiga bakanak na tiana. Iloge mitu ya dabrais, na hii tabia mbaya lazima ikome hapa Kericho. Hatuwezi kubali hiyo tabia, na mimi kama gavana wenyu sitakubali tena hii maneno yenu, na mimi nasema lazima tufanye kazi hapa. Asante sana rais.
You know, for me, it is no longer breaking news when Ruto is ejected or heckled, or some of his leaders are facing rejection and rebellion. We have seen that with Governor Kihika and all these leaders who are unwanted. But there is a secret to it. If you look at what happened in Kiambu, for example, Rigathi Gachagua, Kimani Ichung'wah, and Gathang'wa, the Kiambu senator, went there in an attempt to humiliate him. But the supporters of that county stopped them, and they told that group and they were saying, Wamatangi is working for us and we don't want any kind of mess from outside. Most of these governors, you'll realize that if you are so much into UDA and politicking and there is no development, then you face rejection, heckling and ejection. But when you are working for the people, like Wamatangi, they love you. And if anyone tries to mess you up, then they will protect you. For them to heckle in front of William Ruto, it tells you one thing. And let us look at it this way. Number one, the governor has decided, I want to believe that these people feel that the governor is not working for them. That is why they don't want to hear him. Because, you know, a county is so big. And these are the same people who elected him. I don't know whether he was in a region where he is not supported. But going by the wave of rejection, I believe is not working as per their expectations. You know, most of these leaders were elected on a euphoria. You are in UDA and you praise William Ruto, and maybe you invested in a lot of lies and boosting people's hopes. Then a year or more into office, you are doing nothing. And this is why these people have decided to reject them. When they reject the governor, every governor who stood on a UDA ticket was being supported by William Samoei Ruto. He was their candidate. And they are telling William Ruto, huyu mtu wako atufanyii kazi. That is what they are doing. They are telling William Ruto, we don't want your project, sort of, because Ruto campaigned for all the governors. There is another possibility that these people don't like Ruto policies. They expect the governor to at least tell William Ruto what they feel, and the governor is not doing anything. And so this heckling and rejection could also mean that it is meant to William Samoei Ruto, because the policies like the housing, levy, reduction of cost of living, the levy on fuel does not really agger well with most Kenyans. And so sometimes, because this is Ruto's bedroom, also to speak, they might want to hide their frustration behind the governor, yet the person who they were targeting is William Samoei Ruto. Most of these governors will pack and go come 2027. It is a clear message from the electorate, because these are the people who elected them, and they are the same people who are now saying, no, we are very, very tired. It is humiliating, because William Ruto would expect that when he travels, the leaders will be accorded respect, because we have a culture as Africans that whenever we have a visitor, then we don't expose our grievances. You'd wait for the visitor to go, and then what happens? You start sorting your mess after the visitor's gone. But you see, the electorates have decided that they are not going to hide this. In fact, they will be waiting for you as a governor or a member of parliament to bring maybe William Ruto, and they will start tackling. And what surprises me is that this was a development tour. When a road is being commissioned, I expect that the people will be happy. But these people are unhappy even at a time when a road is being commissioned. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is very clear that things are bad for Kenya Kwanza. If this had happened in an area that is being dominated or controlled by an ODM leader or a leader from Azimio, we would say that goons have been sponsored. But this is a UDA zone, and you cannot blame anyone. When it happened in Mount Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua said hii ni tabia ya ODM. And I remember even William Ruto himself said tabia ya kupiga kelele, that those who've got penchant for heckling and are notorious for heckling leaders are ODM supporters. And one would wonder, do we have any ODM supporter in this forum? Did any ODM leader ferry goons to go and heckle these leaders? And even if you listen to the governor is saying, hii tabia yenyu, mimi kama governor wenyu. The arrogance, because even it tells you the kind of leadership that we have in the country. When people are heckling you, you need to be humble. But this guy decided to take them head on. Hii tabia yenyu. In fact, he only fell short of saying hii tabia ya watu wa ODM. I think it is high time we face reality and stop hiding behind ODM or Azimio. It is even more difficult, Sai, when Raila and Ruto seems to be working, or they have decided to put their differences aside and they want to unite the country. It does not give any leader a leeway of trying to invoke the name of Raila or the name of any leader, Azimio leader. It is high time kila mtu abebe mzigo wake. They must decide very deliberately to look at what is happening. But things are bad. In fact, it is only perhaps because of the respect that they have for the president. But if you give these people another 1 year, they will tell the president off. Right now, they are still hiding behind the governor. A time will come when they will tell him off, hatutaki. This is a pointer to 2027. The kind of anger that is being exhibited here will be exhibited on the ballot box, and they will vote massively in protest. You can take this to the bank. That is why I want to believe that when Raila stopped the demonstrations, it really helped. Why? People are beginning to see with the fine-tooth comb that this government has failed. The promises that were given are no longer being implemented. Today, I was reading that they're even planning to impose more taxes on us. All the goodies that were being promised are no longer there. Come 2027, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you, the kind of election that we are approaching is one that is reminiscent in 2002 when people rebelled against Kanu. They were tired. The Kenyan electorate is tired. You can bring in more pastors like Evangelist Benny Hinn, you can pray, you can do whatever you want, but things are not working. You look at Governor Sakaja, in fact, he himself said, I've been overwhelmed. Is your governor working for you? Is he even trying? Not even working. I want to ask you, is he even trying? Especially based on the promises that he gave during the elections. Is your governor, please tell me, is your governor doing anything? And this is a pointer to William Ruto that Kenyans are tired. This is a UDA zone. People no longer want to hear anything to do with the UDA. That is my take.